Today, we're diving into two really powerful stories about perseverance and, the incredible strength of the human spirit. They're all about how kindness can show up in the most unexpected ways, even when things seem completely hopeless.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Everything starts with this simple, absolutely heartbreaking plea from a child. "Baba, I'm hungry." This one cry, it just sets the entire stage for what's to come, this desperate daily fight for survival.
So picture this. It's the middle of a January winter and it is just bitingly cold. And that's where we meet our two main characters, Vikas and Gomti. They're both vegetable sellers, they don't know each other, but they are living the exact same harsh reality.
Now this is where you really start to see what they're up against. On one side, you've got Vikas. He's so broke he can't even afford to buy vegetables to sell. I mean, his family is literally eating raw produce just to get by. Then on the other side, there's Gomti. She's the sole provider for her entire family, waking up at 5 a.m. every single day to support her sick husband and kids. They are both just stuck in this relentless, exhausting cycle.
And this right here, this gets to the heart of it. What keeps them going? It's not about ambition or getting rich. It's something way more primal. The thought of their children being hungry was a much bigger, much more powerful force than the freezing cold. That's what pushed them out the door every single day, no matter what.
But just trying hard isn't always enough. As we're about to see, both Vikas and Gomti get pushed right to their breaking points. It's like the world just keeps piling it on.
And that leads to the big question, right? What do you do when you feel like you've got absolutely nothing left? When every single day is a fight and you're still losing? They both have to face this head on.
You can just feel the desperation in this. This is Vikas crying out, "Oh God, what kind of days are you showing me?" He's been standing in the cold all day, made no real sales, and he just feels completely and utterly alone. And right as Vikas hits rock bottom, Gomti faces her own disaster. So she stops what she's doing to help a pregnant customer during a storm, a totally selfless act. And she comes back to find everything's gone. Her cart, her vegetables, her entire livelihood. Stolen, just like that.
But here's the thing. Just when you think it cannot possibly get any worse, this is where the story takes a turn. Both of these stories show that compassion can pop up right when you need it most, from the places you least expect.
For Vikas, it wasn't just one thing, it was a whole chain of kindness. First, an old farmer trusts him, gives him produce on credit. Then, a police officer sees his situation and shows him mercy. And then, and this is the real game changer, a local restaurant owner buys his entire stock for the day and then says, "Hey, I'll be your regular customer." Boom, a stable income.
Now, this right here tells you everything you need to know about Gomti's character. Think about it. She's just lost everything she owns, and her first instinct isn't to panic or worry about herself, it's to help someone else. She finds a ride for this woman, Mega, gets her to the hospital, and even stays there to support the family. It's just an incredible moment of integrity.
So here's the crucial part. These acts of kindness, the ones Vikas received and the one Gomti gave, they don't just stop there. They create this amazing ripple effect that leads to a whole new chapter for both of their families.
And look how fast this all happens. Day 1, they're at their lowest point. By day 2, Vikas has a customer, and Mega's family finds out what happened to Gomti. And then, just a few weeks later, Vikas has a stable business, and Gomti is offered a rent-free shop to get back on her feet. It's an incredible turnaround.
And the reward here, it wasn't just about money. It was so much more personal and meaningful. Vikas can finally afford to buy a new, warm blanket for his kids. And Gomti's business does so well that her husband gets better and can work alongside her. They've turned this individual struggle into a true family partnership.
All right, so after all of that, what are the big takeaways? What are these two powerful stories really trying to teach us? Let's break down the main lessons here.
There's a line in the story that just sums it all up perfectly. Hard work and truthfulness never go to waste. Both Vikas and Gomti were honest, hard-working people, even when it seemed like they were getting absolutely nothing back. And in the end, that integrity was seen and it was rewarded.
If you had to pick one word to describe them, it's got to be this one: perseverance. They are the very definition of it. They face the freezing cold, hunger, and these absolutely devastating setbacks, but they just never gave up.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. These stories are not just about getting through tough times. They're about the kind of person you are during those tough times. Gomti's choice to help someone else right after losing everything, well, it reminds us that our real strength is often found in the compassion we show to others, no matter what we're going through ourselves.